I'm just waiting to see if anybody shows up. I'm a spontaneous guy at times, and like I'll get this urge, usually spiritually. If I have something on my mind, or like the talks I do sometimes. Those are spontaneous, one take things. And hey, welcome. Do you mind typing something so I could see it in the chat? Just so I'm not used to this. See if I can see your words. You don't have to. Um, and I thought I'd just chat, hang out a bit, let people see who I am. There's some great people out there that I see every morning on Brian Lucas's channel. You should definitely check it out. It's fun. It's a fun time in the morning. We hear, imagine classic poetry with AI modern music. I'm talking rock music and jazz, old school. It's pretty impressive because you're taking a writing from a strong thinking person, an insightful individual who wrote it in the 1800s or even earlier, what life was like back then, in that moment. And putting that in today, in 2025, it's really cool to see. So yeah, it's Brian, um, from a poet. I think that's his name. I'm sorry if I messed it up, but if you just search for him, or um, yeah, from a poet, it's Brian, and you'll see. Oh, so hey, also going on right now is I was watching for a while. Uh, she's funny humor. You know, she really adds comedy into what's going on, and the adult humor is just really funny. And I want to thank her for bringing some enlightenment and humor. Humor with some truth. So if you're listening, you can go check it out over there. I'm just gonna test something. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done this in a long time. Hello. I made some good friends in this community where, it's an internet friendship, and that's the extent of it. We know each other by our manners. We know each other by our humor and our, um, internet actions. And these people are really cool. They particularly hang out in Ryan's chat, to be honest. If you go there in the morning. And, I think it's just good for them to kind of just see who I am, and I'll get my wife on here eventually. She says she will, but never does. So I'll get her on here with me. It'll be a lot funner too to just have somebody here talking. And Yeah. Hey guys, welcome. Mm. I'm just hanging out. If anybody wants to have a discussion and wants to talk about something, that's fine. Or whatever's on their mind. There was something that happened, and because they aren't the friends I described, I want them to know that they are doing an amazing job and they know it. I don't want them to take the sucker punch to the gut from Aaron. And hey, oh, it's so nice to see you. Wow, it's an honor to have you in my chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I was talking about two women. And the community is mostly women. There's some men there. Um, yeah, I'm one of them, and that's another reason why I kind of want to talk some more. Is because I'm good. I'm good. You know, uh, it's nice to be here alive and talk. It's therapeutic. So, that's cool. Thanks, Audit. I'll remember that. It's a nice thing to say. Um, so I'm talking about something important in regards to two women in our community who are doing a great job protesting. It's from my eyes, it's two new women that Aaron has attacked. And this is kind of like the last time I'm going to talk about Aaron. But I just want to point this out is that those two women, Miriam and T, are doing phenomenal. So please, Miriam and T, do not take that hit, that sucker punch hit in the gut. Just, he's shown his stripes. Just acknowledge who he really is, and let's get on with the show. Let's do what we do. Let's we're ditched. He did. He's ditched. Just pick a lane and stay in it, so to speak. So to speak. And for example, Nora, she's doing hers. Uh, she's doing her thing, and she's good at it. And she's letting us know, like the watchdog she is. That's her nature. Hey, I acknowledge that, and I think that's awesome. And that's not necessarily my job. Hey, all right, nice. Glad you made it. I'm just chatting and talking some things in my mind, and it's nice to show my face to people, you know, instead of being like a total stranger, and not to be so shy. uh, yeah, Mary and Mattia are incredible. Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the deal here's the deal. Here's what I think. Uh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So there's a point I want to make though, which is to me. I don't know about you guys. There's two great women, and one of them's here right now. But those two powerful women are two brand new um, people attacked by Aaron, who are doing good work. I mean, am I right or wrong? Did his list of targeting effective anti-Scientologists increase? What do you guys think? You can think about it whenever. I'm not going to ponder on him. That's not uh, an interest of mine. But I love this community. I see the good in the people. And he attacked you guys before, both of you. You, I assume. But wow. You know, and I'm not interested. Wow. That's incredible. It just is. It's so out there. It's so out there. But here's the thing: I was kind of gonna say my peace of mind on it all, like how I'm handling it is is he's really shown himself this time. You know, it just gets worse and worse. And that mask is cracking his, or whatever you want to call it. And it's interesting. It's a frame of mind, I guess, but I actually feel more at peace. And I feel a sense of healing from this because it creates sincere detachment. He's really exposing himself. Come on, guys. Anybody who's thinks it's okay to attack all of those excellent anti-Scientologists. Oh man, think about it. But that's something you're gonna have to look at yourself and live with, you know. But you know, this. um, it's like staying in the. Oh, really? Him and Marilyn were playing my friend. Oh, here we go. Jeez. Hey, can I invite you into the chat? I'm using YouTube though. If you want to, I don't even know. No, he has nothing to say. I mean, look, he's a fucking. He loves money. He loves money beyond anything else. He loves money before the people in his life. And it creates a lot of evil, man. It creates a lot of shit. You know, if he didn't have such a love for money and he had something else that was above that, it would show. But to this extent of what he's doing, right? Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. Um, well, next time we'll plan where we can all kind of get together. That'd be cool. I'd like to do a hangout. So, part of my dead air. I'm tired. Got out of work. I do second shift. You know, but anyway, I'm chill. I just want to do some talking and talk to my friends. Let them see me, and you know, I try not to be so shy. Um, and talk about these things openly. So I was talking about this healing, and and part of me, if I don't look at the chat so much, because I get super distracted, my ADHD just kicks me in the head. Oh, let me see what she says. Hey, that's cool, T. But hey, no, it's cool. I'm on YouTube, so I don't think I can invite you. But we'll plan it next time. We'll plan it out. And the healing, it's like this. Like when somebody's wrong, but then you see more evidence, and it just becomes more concrete. I mean, that's generally what took place with me. And I already I've been following what's been going on for for 2 years, whatever. But oh, that'd be cool. Um, so just to finish this thought, and just to finish talking about the guy, um, there's a definite detachment. Don't give him the attention. He's destroying himself, sadly. But just let it go. There's people who do want to keep track of it, and that's cool. I respect them, and that's their calling. Nora, you do a great job. I really enjoy what you do. And I appreciate what you do because no one else does it like you. You are a watchdog. I like it. I appreciate you. And, I have my calling. I've had ideas what I want to do, and I procrastinate, and I would like to talk more about my Scientology experiences to kind of like to see if it unlocks my protesting, because I haven't protested. Part of it is because of is the is the PTSD. It's like you look at them, and you get all those, not completely, I've been detached now for a good, maybe for 14 years. But, you know, there's just stuff there, and I'd like to talk with somebody, and kind of like chip away any restraints, what thoughts I have. Help me find what's the restraints, you know? I'm down with that, but I have my ideas about how to protest. I still have a passion for talking about class 5 staff, that they have the right to leave. They don't have to do all those formulas. They can just give them the finger and walk out. That's what they deserve. A lot of good people on staff, but certain ones, certain people who do know what's going on, that know it's fake. You know, they hang out. They hang out in these orgs. You know, there was a class 5 auditor, and this guy was so bad. Everyone looked up to him. Everybody looked up to him, and I find out the shit he did. I was like, this is so fucked up, man. That it's always explained away though. Like when you see a Scientologist do something fucked up or that doesn't match the description. Like, pardon, I have nothing against overweight people. Obviously, I don't. I'm a little overweight. My mother is. Whatever. Listen to this. I'm just saying. When you see an OT3 that's really overweight and has sleep apnea and shit like that, and you go, wait a minute, he's OT3, right? Doesn't Dianetics handle that shit? And you go, oh, well, it must be something later on the track. You must have a bigger incident. And you explain it away really easy because you have the mystery of what the OT levels are. And now that you know what they are, you're like, so I just realized I have 9 people in here. To me, I'm like, wow, that's cool. That's big for me. So hello, everyone. I'm just going to ramble a bit, getting used to being online, getting used to, yeah, sleep apnea. I'm worried I might get it. Yeah, I do snore a lot. There should be a way to get a machine through the state, really, or through a hospital. It's got to be a way. That's an important device. People can die from that. So it's funny when there are OTs, when you're like walking around in the org. No, it's not. I agree. And I remember, let me see. Roughly, roughly like maybe 5 OTs at sea in the org. I know I'm off, but, roughly. And, the OT committee, selling books. We had the big book push in the early 2000s. I was part of that. I was the bookstore officer. That was fucked up. I'm a person who can't really handle a lot of responsibility, like tasks, unfortunately. And, I'm thinking I'm this like powerful OT and shit. And I guess I gave them confidence that I could do the bookstore officer. So I went to the conference. I flew over to LA from Boston. We did that training of selling the new books, the basics, and the whole shit. And so yeah, anyway, you'd see these OTs and you'd look up to them because they are acting like they are an OT. With that air and with that like, I'm gonna say it's like a fake confidence. Could be real confidence. It's pretty fucked up. Could be. Like, I just don't want to like talk about names yet, but I knew someone close to me at one point that oh yeah, yeah, it's so true. T. Um, it was also, well, here's the thing. Like, well, I'm trying to talk about this person that I knew close at one point, and they were OT3 for a very long time. And you come to find out as a staff member working in the tech area, which I did at times, HCC admin shit. I was never fucking trained as an auditor. Again, I'm not a good student like that. It's an ADD thing, among other things. Anyway, um, sorry, I get thrown off. Um, so, it's fun to talk about these things. I get a little tongue tied because I get nervous. And it's not a nervousness of fear, it's a nervousness of looking at it because I hid them for so long. Yeah, once I got out, it was just like, whew, awesome, lock the door, bar it, never going back. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, T. I really appreciate that. Sometimes I need a reminder. And I realized as a tech individual, like you find out that there's two places, and this is what I know. I could be wrong, but I think I'm correct. There's two main spots on Lafayette's Bridge that where people stall. They stall the most after clear, and they stall the most after OT3. Yeah, it could be shame. It's interesting. I never dug. I really, I mean, I've never talked about my experiences. Sure, with my wife, no problem, in detail, but not to a Scientologist, an ex-Scientologist. You know, it may be a long process, chip away at what I know and what I've been through. Maybe see the abuses that I've been through, where I don't even know if I've been through some. You know, so there's those two spots on the bridge where people stall the most, and then looking at it now, the the horrific, tragic truth of what they really are clear, realizing that you've been creating your own reactive mind the whole time. Well, people aren't stupid. Sure, they can be fooled and deceived, but here's the thing, like, it's not hard to figure out, like, hey, I only knew I had a reactive mind because you told me about it. I only know that I had a reactive mind because you say it's different from everything else. You know, and you made me really look at all the nooks and crannies of this invented thing. Knowledge borrowed from other people, mixed with your hypnotism and black magic. But you realize that, yeah, it is. It is, for sure. Particularly the upper levels. But imagine, well, my point is this, that a lot of people stall after clear. And I've always been told as a staff member, I remember, like, oh, it's because of the money, or it's because, you know, their case is now crashing in on them harder. I believe it. No, T, I really do. I believe it. Um, that's what they would say. They say, oh, well, his now that he's clear, it's like now he has all that other case, all the OT levels to face. So it's weighing down on him, you know. They have some fucking dumb excuse. But dude, the guy is probably like, what the fuck did I get into? I've been fucking hoodwinked. Or nervous as fuck. Feeling crazy. Or feels love bombed, and the opposite, you know, feels love bombed and more superior. He's a homo novus now. He has a new title. It's all made up. And then you go on the OT levels. OT3, we know what that is. Fucking horrific. We can laugh, but we can cry too. You know, I think we should soften our hearts to these Scientologists to a degree. It's so dangerous. Um, and I say that because, well, I touched upon something. Um, they're suffering and they don't know it. I was there. I believed it. I was a staff member. I was really into it. I was manic about it at times. You know, and I never succeeded though. Thank God, because succeeding as a staff member means you went up the bridge. I'm so glad I didn't go up the bridge. Fuck yeah. And I'm so glad I'm an illegal PC. I'm so glad. Yeah, they are. They are trapped mentally. And here's, now that I'm out and been out for 14 years or so, it's, and after all this knowledge and exposure, that has just been a well of truth. I mean, a dam of truth, a broken dam of truth. It's been awesome. Um, sorry, it's late for me. It's hard for me to keep a thought. I apologize. I kind of just wanted to say a couple things too. I should probably get going kind of soon. You know, is that yeah, it is the prison of belief. It really is. It's the perfect saying. It absolutely is. That goes for many, many things. You can use that for many things. You're right. You're right. Um, so my main points was that, thank you, Audit. Thank you. You know, sometimes I feel I have to apologize for being slower. I'm slower in some areas, and it's okay. You know, I've been learning about myself. I got my diagnosis in 5 years ago. It's pretty wild. You know, I'm 50 now, but I want to grieve. I really want to. Like, I have shit trapped in there that just hasn't come out. I would love to grieve about things. I just, you know, I don't have the opportunity, or I don't have that, whatever, you know, that setting, that conversation, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, you know, I'm sure I would cry at some point or grieve at some point, you know, over specific things. Hey, thanks on it. No, you're right. You're right. And I need to learn that this is my space. I need to get comfortable in it because I am here. I will always be here. And I would love to be more active. I have some good ideas. But I have to get accustomed to this. Um, and I need to do it more often. I wanna see my friends more often. I want my friends to see me more often. Yep, I believe you. That's a good way to say it, and you know, that's good wisdom. That's good. Thank you. Um, you know, I want to make sure, like I said, the things I wanted to say today. I get easily distracted, so I'm kind of just recapping it. Is that I think it's important for me to say to all of you who listen, now or later, you know, is that if you don't want to think about Aaron, don't think about Aaron. You don't have to get involved in that, okay? Think about the love you have for the ex-Scientologists and for the Scientologists who are spiritually trapped. Focus on that. That's what I try to do, and it helps. I don't need to focus on, you know, that kind of TV show. But and there, you know, I'm just saying that in general. I'm showing my support for all of you, and pick a lane and love it. Pick a lane and create. Pick a few lanes. Um, but if you feel if you feel you're sick of the drama, yeah, just don't tune in. Do something loving. Do something loving. You can. There's so many things you can do. I'm not going to answer that for you, but think deep inside and what you could do that's loving for the Scientologists that are trapped and that are not evil, knowingly trapping these people. And, you know, they're out there, they're in the orgs, they're on staff. They're not the majority, but they can be in high places. I experienced it. Just gross people. Hey, I have a question. No, I have to ask a Scientologist. Only because they would have a better understanding. Hi, hey, here's what happened though. It's kind of embarrassing. uh, all right, so tell me if this sounds fucked up or not. But be honest, you know. I'm okay with saying no, Matt. It doesn't sound fucked up. It sounds fine. That's okay if I hear that. Okay. I think it's kind of fucked up. I had to do a clay demo once dealing with like internet sex. Like I had to do clay demos of like sexual positions. And because the truth is, I was in my 20s. Internet porn was kind of a new and big thing. Yeah, I had an issue with it at that time. But the thing is, I went to ethics for it. And I had to do a fucking clay demo of. No, clay demo, you have to make every piece of the event. For example, I have to make a clay person, you know, make a clay person, whatever. And isn't it fucked up? And you have to put like make a computer, put a chair, um, and when he's thinking something, you have to make a line of clay. It's like a thought balloon, and you have to put the objects of what he's thinking of in it. And then, well, and all on top of all that, you've got to tag every single piece. You cut out your little tags of like hard paper, and you write like Joe thought, and you put a tag on computer, and you put a tag on whatever else. Oh my god, yeah, they do. You're right. It's probably happened to others, but I felt really fucking weird, man. Like I had to go upstairs where we're doing construction on our top floor in the Boston Org at the time, and oh, I know, and I had to like it took forever, and then I had the person go in. What happens is too, you have to have somebody look at it and pass and give you a pass. Like they have to see it and look at it and tell you what's going on and tell you what it is, and they have to be correct. And so it's really fucked up. Hey, Aussie. It is fucking weird. Uh, dude. Really weird. Uh, hey, Aussie, your name is Marie. That's nice. Good day. Oh, hell yeah. Of course. Of course. Hey, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Oh, you got to just make, a round head, a kind of a weird body. You can't be like super detailed, but you have to have the pieces and the objects. Like you just make a square box out of clay and maybe like make a screen or something. I don't know. um, yeah, anyway. It's pretty funny. Wow, that's great. And I'm being kind of shy on camera, so my thoughts get a little scattered too. But I'll get better at it. Um, dude, not even that. Like, like actions. But I've only done like I think I did two actions. It's fucked up, dude. Oh my god, dude. It was a clay demo of like sharing internet porn pictures with other people. You know, back in my 20s. Who didn't do that with AOL? Thanks. Thanks, Audit. um, the point of it was to get me to see the harm that I was doing to the other person and to myself for doing that. Like how it affects the reactive mind. You had to, oh shit, dude, this is what made it. It's a good question, right? This made it even more strenuous because like I had to show how it affects me and the other person in their own reactive minds. Another fake fucking thing. You know, you have when you clay demo, you're putting mass to it and you're making it even more stuck there. You know, conceptualized, and that's what he does in his brainwashing. The clay demo is part of it, and yeah, I did. I had to make. I think I did like, I think I did like two or three, whatever was minimal. It was weird though, man. I never had to do a sexual clay demo. You know what I mean? I just thought like that would maybe other people have. You know, maybe it's no big deal, but man, it kind of was for me. Uh, reminded me of this first time that I was actually in the org and I got my first taste of auditing. It was fucked up. This is in like 95, 96, 1995, 96. And I have no clue what auditing is, nothing. I'm brand new. For some reason, I'm going on a meter. I don't even know why. I don't remember. And there was a student, okay, it was a student auditor who were like upstairs on the top floor in a corner. And I'm like 20 years old, fucking brand new to this shit. And she's auditing me. I don't even know what auditing is. So I'm holding these cans and she's asking questions. And being a 20-year-old and everything, you know, I thought about something that, you know, private. And she's like, it's okay, you know, what is it? You know, it was very, very hard to say. And finally said it. She's like, well, I wouldn't say it, to be honest. So she called over the case supervisor at the time, and he came in, and he was an older man, but he had a kind of a strong air about himself, and he's like, "Okay, what did you use? Did you use anything?" I was like, "Holy shit!" Like they're asking me these fucking personal questions. So crazy. Yeah, of course. And it was very odd. Yeah, it was very, very odd. Yeah, it was. I don't know why I even stuck around. Like, I was so hungry for enlightenment or knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Like, I started seeing a feeling spirituality, and my later teen years, especially in my 20s. And yeah, it is. It's really embarrassing. And after that, I was just like, what the fuck? I moved on to the next thing. I don't know. Because I wanted to see what it was about. I wanted to have that spirituality. I wanted to have that group that I thought existed. That concept. I read before Scientology. I read stuff. Um, oh hell yeah, Aussie. Thanks for the question. Absolutely, and I just don't know why I stuck around. Um, it was again that like I think there's something here, and then you see these people walking around that pretend they're OTs, and shit like that, and you get told lies about life. Uh, and thank you, yeah, it is, man. And then you get the smiles and the love. See, love bombing is a very painful thing because if you're an empath or if you have like for feelings and shit, and people are drilled to lie to you just to get a sale or just to get you moving on the bridge. Um, because if you fail, it's going to be bad down stats for you, potentially. We've all been there. Staff members know what I'm talking about. It's pretty nasty environment when you look at it in hindsight, especially. Yeah. Yeah, there was a void. Absolutely. I've always had that void too. Yeah, and I think that's one of the pit traps of people getting into Scientology. They're alone. I was alone. Yeah, I was alone. It's true. I didn't like the place where I was anymore. Like the friends I had did too many drugs, and I was just kind of like, I need a change of environment. What do I do? And I got hooked in that way. Sadly. Mm. Let's see. What time is it? Let me check. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, exactly. To vulnerable people, it's really gross. I did it to people thinking I need to do it to get a sale or I need to do it to make them feel good. You know, bullshit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, Aussie. Um, I'm gonna get going shortly. As a friend, just saying to y'all, don't pay any attention to Aaron. If you don't want to, don't. Choose a lane you really like. Put some love into it. and make it your own. It's important to save these souls who are stuck in Scientology. I mean, I'm free from it. I'm so glad where I am today. I'm so glad for the wife I have. It's amazing. She understands me and beyond. And my family helps me a lot. Bless my family. And it's such a better life. Thank you, Aussie. Yeah, I need to do more streams. Just make this my own space. It's my own channel. Like you said, Audit. You know, I want to get into my own lane and start doing what I said. I didn't always do what I preach. I have good concepts, but I have issues getting started, whatever. But I get motivated. I get motivated by you guys. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know, let me ask you guys. Just can you conceive, if you take a look at it, can you conceive the healing that's being done right now, um, with the division of Aaron even more concrete? Yeah, I'm so glad I have the support from you guys too. Like I could see like this clear break. It's like the break in the ice, and this corner just kind of floats away. Like he made it so clear to me, so clear that he has no part of this movement. He's against it. He's attacking those who oppose him. There's something deeper. Of course. Pay no mind. Hey, thank you, Audit. Hey, yeah, we should talk sometime. We can ask some questions. I do good with questions. Sometimes me just on my own talking, shit will come up in my head, but um, questions always help. And if you have questions you want to ask me sometime, let's hook up sometime. That'd be fun. Because I am an experienced staff member. I did see a lot. Yeah, T, I know. I mean, he's gonna anger you because he plans to anger you. That's one of his spiritual attacks, is upset you. See, it's spiritual warfare. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter your physical strength or anything. It just matters how you handle things. I don't know how to describe spiritual warfare, but you have your own way. You can call it mental warfare for those who aren't spiritual. That's so cool on it. I'd be nervous, but yeah, I'd be great. I'd love to. Um, hmm. It's like I was saying, it doesn't matter about your body or that. It just matters about your soul and your intent. You can have a person with now there's not to get preachy, right? But there's a really cool Bible story I like in Scripture, and it goes something like this: there's a there's a table set up or station set up. I think it's in a church or synagogue, whatever, and people are paying. They're giving, they're donating. I don't think they're tithing. I'm not sure. And one guy gives 50 gold coins. One guy gives us another amount, and then this old feeble lady comes and she gives only one coin. She gives everything she has. And the lesson that Jesus actually explains is that she gave more than all the others combined. And for me, that really helps. That helps me with understanding that even though you have such a strong effort or such a strong will to do something big, and you can only do something small, I do feel like that. It's okay. I'm not putting myself down, I don't think. I do feel that way at times. And it's okay. It's okay to admit. And yeah. I, I look at the chat and that's it. I lose track. Yeah, you're right. Mm. Thank you. Thank you. It does remind me of because you put your heart into it, you're giving a lot. Even if the amount is minor, defined by somebody else, it doesn't matter. Be in your own lane, be in your own creativity. Don't let others bring you down. You're doing a good fight. You're doing what you can. Move on. I want to have the others come back. Hey, here's what I thought of too, and I'll describe it the best I can. Here's what I would love to see happen, and it should. Now, I love sci-fi. I love like comic books or whatever, but you take a character who, after getting punched and stabbed and shot at and holes in his body and all that, he's able to reform. It's like he healed very fast, or he healed. Where the other guy's efforts, were of no value in the end. Like, what if we can just regroup and heal? Let's get back to it. That was something I would like to see. That's right, Otto. That's good. It's a good way to say it. You're standing up for yourself. No, it's clear what they're doing. So clear. I want nothing to do with them. I just don't want to. I don't even want to look at them. I think Nora's doing a good job. She's focusing on them. That's her job. She's stated it. It's not something I want to do, but I'll listen to her. I'll listen to her updates when I want to. It's okay to be informed, but don't make it your lane. if you don't want to. It's not an enforced. Don't let it enforce it upon you. That's my main message. Guys, I'm really happy that you were here. Thanks. It's nice to be in communication. It's nice to be visible. And oh, here's a question I have too. All right, I know everybody doesn't like it, but because the probability, you know. But I post music and stuff. Like, do any of you get like annoyed with the music? It's my style. Yeah, that's right, audit. Yeah, that's right. And people will see the good in you. Like, we're not in high school, we're not stupid. Especially to ex-Scientologists who know the bullshit you play. It's we can see the good in people. We can see if they're fighting or not. We can see if they're anyway. You know what I'm trying to say. So let's see. Mm-hmm. Here's an interesting example. I want to give you something I thought of. Um, there's another group of anti-Scientologists that we don't communicate with. We do a little bit. We do a little bit. And, that's the Aftermath Foundation and those people. Sorry to say those people. I do respect you because what you're doing is valuable. I don't. I think we need to communicate more to kind of break some of the bullshit that was created, and I think we need to heal. Like, not even necessarily with them, but with people like Serge. Man, Serge, I'd love to have you back. If you're watching this, I'll be lucky. But if you're watching this, God bless you. I care for you. I love you. You and your husband. You know, you're very powerful. I'm sorry for the hurt that's been done to you. Uh, you know, things have changed. You've probably been watching. There's others. You can name them. I can name them if I'm not so tired. Uh, oh, here's another fucking idea. Sorry. Do you remember when I have a strong feeling that like when when Doug was still around, I don't think Aaron acted up like this, or did he? Because Doug didn't stand for any of that shit. He was a tough dude. Doug was awesome, and I remember when he died, Doug. It was sad, of course. Kelly Cupter was close to him, and I have a feeling that if Doug was still around and this shit was going on, Doug would have put him in his place, or at least saved some of the people that are connected to him, like Kelly Copter. I don't know Kelly's story, and it's not my business, so to speak. I don't really want to look. But Doug was close to her, And I think Doug would have like talked some sense into her. And so when he died, I was watching Aaron at the time because it was still new. He didn't mention his name or anything. He was almost proud not to say anything. And to me, looking back, he was like, "Yep, that's one enemy out of my way." I think that was probably the exact attitude he had. Now that we know what he said about the people currently, very vile things. Do you guys remember that? You guys remember when our good friend Doug died and Aaron didn't do shit? He was happy. And maybe that opened the gates for him too. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just theorizing. Yeah, they do. Yep, no, they do. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the OGs are very important. But the OGs do not like this drama. And they're sticking to their what my point was this. They're sticking to their own thing. And they're kind of setting a good example of that, meaning they're not attached to the drama. Like, let them wail away. We just let it go. That's my mentality. Nora does her thing. It's her job, and I appreciate it. But I think if most of us just ignored the shit out of him, for real, it would make us feel better and healed, and we can, if we regenerated as a group, that would be a real blessing, and it would be healing. So is it possible? I think so. It's possible. Absolutely. Ignore him. We know he's an enemy. He attacked and more women verbally. Nasty. Discrediting their great deeds. We know who you are. No questions asked. I'll never look at your channel. I don't want to hear your voice. That's how I react. Like I don't want that. I just want to focus on the good, focus on love, and focus on helping those people get off of staff somehow. I'll figure it out. Excuse me. Among other things. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for letting me talk. Thanks for being here. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, peace. And I'll probably put another haiku up too. I'll try to do a haiku every day or every once in a while. Okay, bye.